What if I told you that the secret to a rock-hard erection, the key to restoring the powerful, youthful blood flow you thought was gone forever, is not in a pill, a pump, or a painful injection? What if I told you the secret is already in your kitchen pantry, hiding in plain sight inside a small, unassuming jar of golden powder? You've been told that your fading erections are just a part of getting older, a sad, inevitable decline. You've been led to believe that the problem is in your head or that your hormones are failing. But that is a lie. The truth is, for millions of men over 60, the root cause of erectile dysfunction is not complicated. It is plumbing. Your penis is being starved of blood. The tiny, delicate arteries that are supposed to flood your erectile tissues with life-giving blood are becoming clogged, stiff, and inflamed. They are, quite literally, hardening. And here is the most terrifying part. This hardening, this clogging of the penile arteries is often the very first warning sign. It is the canary in the coal mine signaling that the same dangerous process is likely happening in the arteries of your heart and your brain. Your penis is trying to tell you something. It is screaming a warning, but most men are too ashamed to listen. They suffer in silence as their vitality, their confidence, and their very future slip away. But it does not have to be this way. What if you could begin to unclog those arteries, reduce that dangerous inflammation, and restore that powerful blood flow using a simple, natural, and scientifically proven paste? A paste you can make in your kitchen in less than 5 minutes with just 1 spoonful a day. Hello, my name is Dr. Julian Hayes. I'm 71 years old, and for 43 years, I have been a board-certified urologist, standing on the front lines of men's health. I have held the hands of men who thought their lives were over. I have listened to the quiet confessions of husbands who felt like they were failing their wives. I have seen the devastating impact that erectile dysfunction has on a man's soul. And I am here to offer you more than just hope. I am here to offer you a plan. Today, I am going to pull back the curtain on the real reason your erections are failing. I am going to explain the science of penile artery disease in a way no one has ever explained it to you before. And then, I am going to give you the recipe. I will teach you, step by step, how to create a powerful anti-inflammatory turmeric paste that can help to soften your arteries, fight plaque buildup, and dramatically improve blood flow in as little as 7 days. Watch this video to the end, and you will have a weapon in your hands, a tool to fight back, a way to reclaim the strength, the confidence, and the vitality that is rightfully yours. Before you can fix the plumbing, you must understand exactly how it broke. The reason so many modern treatments for erectile dysfunction fail or come with terrible side effects is that they don't address the root cause. They are trying to force water through a clogged pipe. The root cause, for the vast majority of men over 60, is a condition called atherosclerosis. Now, you've probably heard that term in relation to heart disease. It's the buildup of plaque in the major coronary arteries. But what most doctors fail to explain is that this same process happens in the much smaller, more delicate arteries of the penis. In fact, it often happens there first. Think of it this way. The arteries in your heart are like major 4-lane highways. The arteries in your penis are like tiny 1-lane country roads. Which one do you think gets blocked first by a little bit of traffic and debris? The country roads, of course. This is why erectile dysfunction is now considered by cardiologists to be a powerful early predictor of future heart attack and stroke. Your erection is a direct reflection of your cardiovascular health. A weak erection often signals a weak circulatory system. But what is this plaque? What is this debris that is clogging your pipes? It's a nasty mixture of cholesterol, fat, cellular waste, and calcium. But the real villain, the spark that lights the fire, is inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is the silent killer of masculine health. It is a constant, smoldering fire inside your blood vessels. This inflammation damages the delicate inner lining of your arteries, a layer of cells called the endothelium. When the endothelium is damaged, it becomes sticky. Passing cholesterol and other substances start to get snagged, like debris catching on a rough surface. Over years, this buildup grows, it hardens, it forms a plaque that narrows the artery, restricting blood flow. I had a patient, a 69-year-old retired engineer named Howard. He was a man who understood systems. He came to me utterly perplexed. He said, "Doc, my cholesterol is fine, my blood pressure is managed, I've had all the heart tests, they say my main pipes are clear. So why does this one part of me not work? It defies logic." I explained to Howard that the standard tests for heart disease look at the major highways. They often miss the microvascular plaque that is building up in the small country roads of the penile arteries. His system was failing at the most distant, most delicate point. He was suffering from endothelial inflammation. His blood vessels were on fire. And no pill in the world was going to fix that. He didn't need to force more blood through the pipe. He needed to put out the fire and clean the pipe itself. But what causes this fire? What is the source of this chronic inflammation? It's everything. It's the processed foods we eat. It's the chronic stress we live under. It's the lack of deep sleep. It's the environmental toxins we are exposed to. And for men over 60 whose natural anti-inflammatory defenses are already starting to decline, the body simply can't keep up. The fire starts to burn out of control. If you are finding this information valuable, please take a moment to comment the word "yes" below, just so I know you're getting this. Thank you for your valuable time. Now, let's continue. This inflammation also has another devastating effect. It destroys a critical molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master key to your erections. It is the molecule that tells the smooth muscles inside your arteries to relax and open up, allowing blood to rush in. Inflammation is like acid to nitric oxide. It neutralizes it. It renders it useless. So you have a double jeopardy situation. The inflammation is causing plaque to build up and narrow the arteries, while at the same time it is destroying the very molecule needed to open those arteries up. This is why erections become so difficult, so unreliable, so frustrating. The system is designed to fail. I had another patient, a former college athlete named Bill, age 72. He had always been the picture of health, but in his later years, he felt a deep sense of betrayal by his own body. He said, "I've done everything right my whole life. I eat salads, I exercise, but I feel like my body is falling apart from the inside out. My joints ache, I'm tired all the time, and in the bedroom, it's a memory." Bill was a classic case of systemic inflammation. His body was burning down. His joint pain, his fatigue, and his erectile dysfunction were all just different symptoms of the same underlying fire. He had been told to take painkillers for his joints and Viagra for his erections. He was treating the smoke, not the fire. And this is the trap that millions of men fall into. They're given pills that offer a temporary, artificial solution,
while the underlying disease, the dangerous inflammation, is allowed to progress unchecked, silently damaging their heart, their brain, and their future. But what if there was a way to fight the fire directly? What if nature had provided a powerful, effective, and incredibly safe firefighter? A substance that has been shown in thousands of scientific studies to be one of the most potent anti-inflammatory compounds on planet Earth. That substance is a molecule called curcumin, and it is the active ingredient in the golden spice, turmeric. It is time to stop treating the smoke. It is time to put out the fire. It is time to turn your kitchen into a pharmacy. I am about to share with you the recipe for what I call the golden paste. This is not more than...
You must use a high-quality organic turmeric powder. The fresher, the better. Turmeric contains the powerful anti-inflammatory compound curcumin. Curcumin is the firefighter. It works at a cellular level to switch off the master inflammatory pathway in your body, a pathway called NF-kappa B. By blocking this pathway, curcumin tells your body to stop producing the inflammatory chemicals that are damaging your artery linings. It begins to cool the fire. But here is the critical problem. Curcumin is very poorly absorbed by the human body. If you just eat a spoonful of turmeric powder, almost none of the curcumin will make it into your bloodstream. Your liver will metabolize it and excrete it before it can do any good. This is why so many people try turmeric and say it didn't work for me. They were using it wrong. To solve this problem, we need the second and perhaps most important secret. Secret number 2, the black pepper catalyst. You must combine turmeric with a small amount of freshly ground black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine. Piperine is a natural bioenhancer. It works by temporarily inhibiting certain enzymes in your liver. This simple action allows the curcumin to bypass the liver and enter the bloodstream in a much higher concentration. How much higher? Studies have shown that adding just a small amount of black pepper can increase the bioavailability of curcumin by up to 2,000%. That is not a typo, 2,000%. It transforms turmeric from a simple spice into a potent systemic medicine. Without black pepper, you are wasting your time and your money. They must be taken together. I taught this to Bill, the former athlete who was riddled with inflammation. He had been putting turmeric in his smoothies for months with no results. I told him to add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. He thought I was crazy. He called me 3 weeks later. He said, "Doc, I don't know what kind of voodoo this is, but the ache in my knees is gone, and I woke up with morning wood for the first time in I don't know how long." It wasn't voodoo, it was science. He was finally absorbing the medicine. But there is one more secret ingredient we need, one that not only improves absorption even further, but also provides its own powerful benefits for masculine health. Secret number 3, the healthy fat fairy. Curcumin is a fat-soluble compound. That means it dissolves in fat, not water. To get it out of your gut and into your cells where it can do its work, it needs to be transported by a fatty acid. It needs a ferry to carry it across the intestinal wall. You must combine the turmeric and black pepper with a healthy fat. You have a few excellent options here. One is organic, unrefined coconut oil. Coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, which are easily absorbed by the body and provide a clean source of energy. Another great option is organic ghee. Ghee is clarified butter, and in the ancient Indian system of medicine, Ayurveda, it is considered one of the best carrier substances for delivering herbs and spices deep into the tissues. A third option is a high-quality olive oil. By mixing the spices into one of these healthy fats, you are creating a perfect delivery system. The fat ensures that the curcumin and piperine make it into your bloodstream together, ready to go to work. Now, let's put it all together. Here is the recipe for the golden paste. You will need a half cup of high-quality organic turmeric powder, 1 cup of filtered water. You may need a little more, 1½ teaspoons of freshly ground black pepper, and a 1/4 cup of organic coconut oil, ghee, or olive oil. Here is how you make it. In a small saucepan, combine the turmeric powder and the water. Stir gently over low to medium heat for about 7 to 10 minutes. It will form a thick paste. Be careful not to burn it. Once you have a thick paste, remove it from the heat. Now, add the black pepper and the healthy fat. Stir vigorously until everything is fully combined. Let the paste cool, then transfer it to a clean glass jar with a tightly fitting lid. This paste will keep in your refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. How do you use it? Start with a 1/4 teaspoon per day. You can take it straight, or you can mix it into a smoothie, a bit of yogurt, or some warm milk. After a week, if you are tolerating it well, you can increase to a 1/2 teaspoon per day. The maximum dose I recommend is 1 full teaspoon per day. You have now turned your kitchen into a compounding pharmacy. You have created a powerful, natural medicine that costs pennies to make. But what can you expect? How would this make you feel? Let's talk about the journey ahead. If you have stayed with me this far, it means you are serious. You are a man who is ready to take action. I commend you for that. The journey you are about to embark on is one of healing, but it requires patience and consistency. The damage to your arteries did not happen overnight, and it will not be repaired overnight. But with daily use of the golden paste, you can begin to see and feel profound changes. In the first 7 days, the first thing most men notice is a decrease in general aches and pains. The fire of inflammation in your joints begins to cool. You might find you can move more freely with less stiffness in the morning. This is the first sign that the curcumin is working at a systemic level. You may also notice an improvement in your digestion and a sense of calm. By day 14, the effects often become more noticeable in your energy levels. As the chronic inflammatory burden on your body is lifted, your cells can produce energy more efficiently. That afternoon slump may begin to disappear. You may feel a renewed sense of mental clarity and focus. It is often around this time that men begin to notice the first flickers of life returning to their erections. It might be a stronger morning erection. It might be a more spontaneous response to arousal. This is a sign that the nitric oxide levels in your blood are starting to rise and your artery linings are beginning to heal and become more flexible. By day 30 and beyond, the results can be truly transformative. As the paste continues to fight inflammation and gently clear the pathways, blood flow improves dramatically. Erections can become firmer, more reliable, and longer lasting. But it is the feeling behind the erection that changes the most. The return of confidence, the dissolution of fear and anxiety, the rekindling of intimacy and connection with your partner. I've had men come to me in tears, telling me that this simple golden paste gave them back a part of their life they thought was gone forever. It didn't just fix their body, it helped to heal their spirit. And I want you to imagine that for yourself. Imagine waking up feeling powerful, vital, and in control. Imagine looking at your partner with desire and confidence, not fear. Imagine knowing that you are actively healing your body from the inside out, protecting your heart, your brain, and your future with every spoonful. This is not a fantasy. This is the power you hold in your hands. You have the recipe. You have the knowledge. You have the plan. Now that you know how to use this powerful turmeric paste to unclog your arteries from the inside, it is absolutely critical that you learn about the 3 so-called health oils, like canola oil, that are creating massive inflammation and clogging your arteries even faster. Most men use these oils to cook every day. I expose all 3 of them in my next video, and you need to watch it now. But before you go, I want to hear from you. What was the most important lesson you learned in this video today? Was it the fact that your erections are a sign of your heart health? Or was it the simple secret of adding black pepper to your turmeric? Please take a moment and rate your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. Your story, your insight, might be the one thing that encourages another man to start his own healing journey. Thank you for your time and your trust. You are not alone, and your best days are not behind you. They are waiting for you to create them.